Welcome to North Carolina Weekend. I'm Deborah Holt Noel. One of our state's newest historical dramas, Liberty Mountain, is performed in the historic town of Kings Mountain. Reenacting the turning point in the American Revolutionary War, this drama takes us back to a time of deep division as we formed our nation. Producer Julia Carpenter takes us along for a preview of this exciting production.
The Battle of Kings Mountain of 1780 was fought by American patriots, farmers and over-mountain men against their friends and neighbors who were loyalist Americans and supported the British. Playwright and historian Robert Inman brings the story to the stage and recalls for us this pivotal event in the founding of our nation.
We celebrate on 4th of July our Declaration of Independence of 1776. But there were still battles and skirmishes going on throughout our nation. Can you tell us why?
That's right. 1776, the war began in earnest, and for 4 years, it was primarily fought in the New England colonies. Those battles that we read about in our history textbooks, Trenton and Saratoga and Bunker Hill. The South was fairly peaceful during that time. But in 1780, the British and the Continental Army were at a stalemate. Neither side could win that decisive victory. So the British decided to turn their attention to the South. Their aim was to conquer the two Carolinas, move up through Virginia, and trap General Washington between two British armies. And by the fall of 1780, they were doing that. They were winning in the South. Kings Mountain changed everything. It destroyed Cornwallis's left flank, that loyalist force that he had protecting him. When the Patriots surrounded that mountain and in a 1 hour of battle destroyed Major Ferguson's force, that turned the tide of the war.
Close combat and no uniforms made for split-second decisions on the battlefield. Friend or foe? A simple piece of paper or twig in your hat showed your allegiance.
The play begins with a battle and it ends with a battle. Our goal is to grab the audience and take them on a journey along with us, with action happening all through the aisles and the balcony. They're surrounded 360 degrees, smelling, hearing, seeing. When they leave, we want them to feel like they lived through and experienced the Battle of Kings Mountain.
Lord Cornwallis selected Major Ferguson to recruit and train a loyalist militia force to guard his left flank as he was moving up through North Carolina. And Ferguson did that. He was concerned about some of the Patriot leaders in the mountain area possibly opposing him. So he sent a threatening letter. He said, if you do not desist from your opposition to British arms, I will march my army over the mountains, hang your leaders, and lay waste to your country by fire and sword. The Patriots felt threatened, their homes, their families. They rallied, they formed a large group that came down from Virginia and North Carolina. They were joined by Georgians and South Carolinians. They surrounded Kings Mountain where Ferguson was camped, and they defeated him, defeated his force, and killed him.
We're presented with a lot of very unique challenges when bringing this story to life. We have 38 actors, gunfire, loud explosions, special effects, and our job is to create an experience for them that they will remember for the rest of their lives.
It was a vicious 1 hour battle, hand-to-hand combat on top of that mountain. 157 of the Loyalists were killed, only 28 of the Patriots. A light number were wounded, the rest were taken captive, and Ferguson himself was killed in the battle. He's buried on the mountainside. And Lord Cornwallis said later it was the grave of the last hope of the British subduing the American colonies. To me, the story of the Revolution is the story of the people who lived it, of families who were caught up in the struggle, many of them torn within, brothers against brother, families against family, neighbors against neighbor. And it was an agonizing, wrenching time for them deciding which side they were going to support.
Joseph, what's going on here?
I'm going with Colonel Williams, Ma. I'm joining the militia.
Joseph, no! Silas, stop him! Son, please, don't do this.
It's something I have to do, Ma. I'll take care. I'll come back.
You see that he does, James Williams. You see to that.
The Liberty Mountain Historical Drama is now playing at the Joy Performance Center at 202 South Railroad Avenue in Kings Mountain. The drama runs through July 17th with a special July 4th performance at 3 p.m. Go to their website for tickets and more information at libertymountaindrama.com.